I'm Cherie Sohnen-Moe.
And I'm Lynda Solien-Wolfe, and we're at the World Massage Festival here in Las Vegas, Nevada. We're having a chance to sit down with David Kent and talk to him about retailing issues. So one of the questions we want to ask you, David, can you give us some tips on setting up a retail, in your massage therapy practice?
Yeah, and setting up retail, like Cherie and I were just talking about here on another clip about different things that you can retail. It's really easy to do, and it's something that you must do, especially to be successful. There are just so many simple things that are out there in the marketplace for us to be successful now. Topical analgesics in many cases, and I know what I do is I utilize samples to get the word out there. I utilize, and many of these companies, and what I love, Lynda, is to have a patient education card, which is out there. It has a sample pack on, it has my name on, it has my telephone number, and it didn't cost me a thing to get it. And that's what I love. And I go out there and I let everybody know about topical analgesics. I pass these, business cards out basically with my sample pack on it, and I let everyone know where they can get it. Actually, when I'm out there, I actually go with the product with me, because while I'm out there marketing and passing out my card and telling, if anyone already goes, oh, I love this stuff, it's like, you want to buy some, and I'm ready to go right there on the spot. It doesn't matter whether I'm doing chair massage, whether I'm just, out there introducing myself.
Right.
I'm always trying to, what makes me different than anybody else? Everyone's out passing their cards out. Who's out there, educating them and at the same time giving them something, like we were talking about. And then, and it brings business back in the doors. Even if they're not coming for massage like you were talking about, maybe they're just coming to buy that topical from me. Fine, I'm good with that. And as soon as they come in the door, I'm going to start educating them on when they should use that. Besides on themselves, do they know it's a good stocking stuffer? Did you think about using it for Mother's Day gift? What about Father's Day that's coming up? And I know we laugh and we joke about it, but it's a reality, people, you're like the biggest proponent of that type of thing.
I actually got involved with BioFreeze because I started using it. I wanted something to give to my clients, use it, and then actually start to sell it. And I know Massage Magazine had a survey on retailing products, and topical analgesics was the #1 retail product. What are some other products that would be easy to set up, and the tips on how to set up? I know a lot of times we get questions on, where do I buy it? How do I price it? How should I set up the display? So
and it is so, I'm going to, first off, there's a lot of shortcuts through your distributors where they're going to just take care of it. You take a company like, Massage Warehouse, for example. I purchase everything for, with my clinic. Whether it's a Massage Warehouse, an A3B, wherever you're going out there, these companies already have special deals for you where you're able to kind of set up your package. They know how to help us. So I would say, A, follow those resources that are out there. B, speak to the companies when you're at the conferences, or there's an ad that says go to Facebook and learn more, or click on our website to learn more. And talking about that, you mentioned BioFreeze, they've got a locator. People come in the door and to buy it, and I go, how did you find out about us? And they're like, oh, the BioFreeze locator, okay, cool, As long as they can put in their zip code, my little, my office is going to pop right up there on the locator. So costs you nothing, costs nothing. The educational cards that, I was mentioning, cost me nothing. If I buy a certain amount of product to retail, like right now there's a special, buy so much, get 10 free, or buy so much, get 20 free, And that again is just instant money in our, because the people are going to buy this stuff somewhere. They're either going to buy it from you, or they're going to buy it from the chiropractor next door, or they're going to go down the street and buy it at Walmart or Walgreens or whatever it is. And what's so wrong with you making a few extra dollars while you're trying to help and educate your patient? So there's also display cases. You were saying what else that they can do. So I put a display case in the treatment room. I got one out where I'm checking out. If I'm doing chair massage, I take the display case with me and I put it out there. Even if I'm at a health fair, it can sit on the table. all these, it's what are all the different ways that we can start communicating with our patient. Some people want to talk about massage and some people don't, but they like the stuff that you've got there, so they're going to talk to you about that. So my attitude is I never know what or how the business is going to come in, but I need to be prepared and able to handle whatever comes my way.
Right. You talked about the locator service. What are some other, the past couple of years we've seen such a trend in social media. What are some ways that you're using social media to promote your product sales?
Well, there again, it's education. So if there's some type of education you're able to put out there, for your patients, like for example, you could show them some simple stretches and you could put that out on YouTube for yourself and then direct your patients to go. And while they're there, you can show them, here's how you put on the topical and here's how you stretch, There's many different ways of getting it out there. Also under social media, if you understand how their friends all are interconnected, if you have some type of special, for example, like we were just mentioning, Mother's Day, Father's Day, the stocking stuffers, all that can be pushed out through social media, saying, hey, I'm running this special through social media. Maybe Wednesday mornings are your slow day at the clinic. Maybe that's what you need to push out, through is that, I'm running a special, on Wednesday mornings or something like that, or I only have two slots that have $5 off, one at 8 and one at 9, and it may sound silly, or maybe there's nothing off and you include some topical with it, I don't know what spin you want to put on it. And all of that, it all comes down to education. I like to look at posture, but you can tie all these different things in together, like maybe I do a postural analysis and I don't charge, And with that, maybe your initial treatment includes postural analysis, includes a topical, there's all these different ways of building your practice, pulling little things in, utilizing social media, utilizing, what we carry in our pocket. I like to take pictures of people's posture, or maybe now with our cameras, it's easy to film their gait. We can take, right with my iPhone, I can show them what they look like walking up and down the hall. So all these little ways of educating our patients and at the same time making a living. I mean, we've got to make a living to continue to educate these people. So $5 here, $5 there, you're making, and if you can save $5 here and save $5 there, before you know it, you got another 20 in your pocket. And if you can do that 4 or 5 times a month, before you know it, you got $100, and at the end of the year, there's $1,200 of magic that you didn't even know was coming your way, and that's like not even trying. So.
Right. I started using the Square on the iPhone.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, how convenient is that? You can just start taking credit cards everywhere.
Yeah.
Very neat.
Right.
Well, and I know one of your specialties is you co-wrote the book on the ethics of touch, and you've got an article coming out in Massage Magazine. What about? Do you have any advice, any ethical advice, or if you've come across any ethical issues in selling retail products?
The biggest. I think initially, it was almost like brainwashed into me in massage school, like, we just want to help people and the money's not important, I need to pay the electric bill, I need to pay the rent, and I need to put gas in my car, and I got to keep it insured, so.
Yeah, that poor but pure mentality just doesn't cut it with me either.
Right, yeah, it's kind of a poverty, consciousness that's important, that we realize it is okay to retail, and retail is not like a bad thing, and I think ethically the key is that you want to promote something you believe in, something is good, something that can help your patient. There's a ton of stuff you could try to sell them.
Right.
And when I first got into the practice, most of my, 99% of my business is physician referred. Not chiropractic, it's mainly mainstream medical. And I got to tell you, when I got in the profession 20 years ago, they were like, they didn't want me selling, vitamins, any of this stuff, but over the years things have changed. They're selling, they're okay with us selling, but the key is ethically, it's got to be a good product. It's got to be something that's safe, something you believe in. I think it should also be something that supports our profession. You know, if you're out there pushing a product, I would hope that you're pushing something where you know that company also gives back to us, you know, gives back to our research, gives back to our conferences, you know, provides you, you know, samples, you know, for free or whatever. That is all just so important. So I think ethically, you know, what's the biggest thing is that if you're going to promote something, you're promoting something that is good, that is true.
That's great advice.
Thank you. I really appreciate all of this.
Thank you.
Thank you.